watching, Santa's waiting. Christmas Eve is slowly fading. Can you hear him in the night? Close the door, turn out the light.
What up, peeps? Mr.Bones back at you, and it's day 9 of 12 days of AxE'Mas. So here's what I watched tonight. 1989's Elves, directed by Jeffrey Mandel, written by Jeffrey Mandel, Mike Griffin, and Bruce A. Taylor. Starring Dan Haggerty as Mike McGavin, Julie Austin as Kirsten, Deanna Lund as Kirsten's mother, and Bora Silver as Kirsten's grandfather. A young woman discovers that she is the focus of an evil Nazi experiment involving selective breeding and summoned elves, an attempt to create a race of supermen. She and two friends are trapped in a department store with an elf, and only Dan Haggerty, as the renegade loose cannon Santa Claus, can save her, aka Grizzly Adams. This movie starts off with Kirsten and two of her friends sitting in the woods playing with a candle and some kind of book and talking about their little group like it's a coven or something, like they think they're the girls from the craft. And they accidentally break the candle glass and she bleeds on the ground and unwittingly awakens an elf that comes out of the ground. Then Christy goes home and the elf appears to follow her home. And she has a shitty family. She has an abusive, smart-mouthed bitch of a mother who says, "Did you go somewhere without asking, without permission?" And she goes from 1 to 1,000 really quick for punishment. Oh, and her grandfather slaps her in the face a couple of times when she gets there. And then her mother's running her mouth and says something, and she says, "Well, he already slapped me twice." And the mother says, "Well, that's not going to stick. This is going to stick. I'm going to close your savings account." It's like, what the fuck? She said, "You can't take my money. I earned that money." And the mother was like, "Watch me," or something. And nobody in this movie is likable. You meet the little brother. He's spying on her taking a shower. She comes out and says, "You pervert." And he says, "I'm not a pervert. I like seeing naked women." That's called a pervert. And he says, "You got big fucking boobs, and I'm going to tell everybody I seen them." Like, what the fuck? Anyway, after the kid goes to bed, the elf comes into the little boy's room, scratches him, and he screams, and Kirsten and her mother come in there, and the mother sees the scratches and just automatically assumes and says that Kirsten's cat did it. And so when Kirsten goes to work, the stupid bitch mother takes the cat and puts it in a pillowcase and drowns it in the toilet. I didn't even know you could drown something in a shallow toilet, but she did it, and it was a annoying scene. So then Kirsten is at work, and she takes a break, and her and her two friends go to sit on the mall Santa's lap, which the current mall Santa is a pervert and whispers in her ear, "oral." And yeah, and she jerks away from him and walks away, and I guess the elf could tell that she doesn't like him, so he goes into the dressing room where that Santa is doing cocaine, and he stabs that Santa in the nuts with a razor blade and kills him. So then Grizzly Adams gets hired as the mall Santa. Then Kirsten and her two friends decide to sneak in and stay in the mall overnight just to play with makeup and play in the tents and stuff. And Grizzly Adams is staying there overnight too because he's homeless. So since he has a job there, he stays in the mall. Which then like 3 mafia guys or clan guys or something come in there and try to kidnap her. So you got them in there shooting up the place, and a evil elf that looks like a larger version of the demon from The Gate, but this puppet isn't put together too well. It's kind of stuck in a O face with its mouth wide open. Then a little further in the movie, you find out the mother decides to tell Kirsten that your grandfather is your father, because the grandfather decided to get his daughter drunk years ago and have sex with her to make a pure vessel to serve up to the elves. I don't even know how to explain this. This movie sucks. This movie sucks really bad. I wanted to like it for certain elements. I liked the main actress. I thought it was cool Grizzly Adams was in it. But there's too much weird shit in this, and I cannot recommend this one. So yeah. That's what I watched. Watch it for yourself if you feel the need. Peace.
Hey, Saint Nick, it's your last Christmas. I've got your head on my wish list. Yeah, you're gonna tap the tree. Organs all around and your body lay underneath. Hey Saint Nick, it's your last Christmas. I've got your head on my wish list. Yeah, you didn't tap the tree. Organs all around and your body lay underneath.